What it do, NFL fam? See, we're gonna hit you with the NFL real quick because it's some NFC and AFC teams on this, and I guess these are the takeaways, things they can do better or things they are doing better. It is what it is. Let's go down the line. We got the Eagles up there. Says second game in a row, the offense stalled a bit, but a win at Arrowhead is very impressive nonetheless. Absolutely. Absolutely. Anytime you can beat the Kansas City Chiefs, you're doing your job. You're doing your job. Which, like I said, they don't have the referees anymore, so it's going to be very hard for Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs to do anything, okay? Next, we have the Chiefs. It says, I feel like we're talking about the same KC storylines as last year. Kelsey continues to decline, wide receivers hurt and struggling. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. But see, when they were saying this stuff last year, the referees was pulling them along. The referees was making sure they come on. Hey, no, come on. Whatever you got wrong with you, the referees was gonna make sure that they got to that Super Bowl, just to get the beat down that they got. See? But nevertheless, hold on a second. Let's see. We got Seattle. Okay, Seattle has one of the best defenses in the league, and it's going to be a few weeks before the rest of the media notices. I guess. I'm just gonna say that. Yeah, they did beat down the Steelers. They beat down the Steelers, but now looking at Aaron Rodgers, is that really a flex? Beating the Steelers down? We'll know. We'll know by week 5 or 6. Saying so, I guess. With the Bears, it says just awful across the board for Chicago. I don't think this team is going to be sniffing the playoffs this season. I might have to agree with you about these Bears. Because it ain't looking good. Not in that division. Not in the NFC. But now notice how they got these two bunched up. Anyway, it says, what a bounce back for Russ. Best game he's played since he left Seattle. But Brandon Arby, man, just special. And notice how they got them two bunched up. Because basically they want to say, that was good for Russell Wilson, but they did lose. So, I mean, take it how you want to. Let's see what we got over here. Let's see what we got up here. The Colts. It says, yes, the Colts look good, and I want to acknowledge that. But this is supposed to be an elite defense. That can't happen. Elite. What I'm looking at is, and I ain't really been watching the Broncos games because you got Dre Greenlaw over there, you got Talanoa Hufanga, you got Mike McGlinchey over there, and when I see that, I'm like, oh, okay, let's see if they go through a whole season. I want to go a whole season. See, I mean, you want Niner players? Go ahead. See, they was not staying healthy. Anyway, the Bengals. It says another brutal injury for Joe Burrow. They can claw to 8 or 9 wins with Jake Browning, but the ceiling is limited. Yeah, Burrow gonna end up going to another team or something, man. He's just gonna have to go to another team. He just keeps getting injured over there, or they're gonna have to focus completely on that O-line. Because every year. And his flex was, remember, he was the only one that was able to beat Mahomes and the referees, because I think the referees was kind of lax on him. So they would let them play. So it was like a shootout. The Dolphins. Now, I just watched the Dolphins game. They played better. I'm going to tell you that right now. They played better. They played with intensity, big word. They was urgency. They was hype. They was ready to play. They was doing everything. Everybody, Waddle getting touchdowns. You had Tariq. Everybody, they felt like they had a chance. And remember, they was in Buffalo. They was in Buffalo. This is Thursday Night Football. They was in Buffalo, and they was handling their business. It came down to the wire. You know what I'm saying? It came down to the wire. Now, it was 21-28. Buffalo kicked the field goal, and that kind of like put it out. But now, yeah, they're going to have to. They got signs at Miami Stadium talking about get rid of the coach. That's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story with McDaniels. I think it was McDaniels. I call him the Niners old school water boy because he wasn't really no head coach. He went over there to the Dolphins. They gave him a gang of money, and he was able to pick up these free agents, and we gave him some players. Okay? And, yeah, with all that firepower, and then when Brady left, and, Buffalo and, the Jets, and people was just trying to get their footing together, it seemed like it was nice. But once everybody got stable, now they just beating them up, and it's not really too much. They got more going on off the field than they do got going on. Anyway, we'll go with, before we get to the Niners, let's get down to Minnesota. It says, that was rough. When you have bad O-line play and bad QP play, that's how you end up with only 6 points in the game. Yeah. They've been getting beat down. The last game they got beat down. It is what it is. It is what it is. I know they thinking, damn, where's Sam Darnold go? I guarantee you they begging for Sam Darnold. I heard they was trying to get Kirk Cousins over there. That's what I heard. He was over there before. They got rid of him. That's another story. Anyway, now, Niners. Let's see what our takeaway is. It says, I like the Mac Jones fit. He can definitely help the Niners stay afloat until Purdy and others come back. See? And really, everybody's saying that. That's, like I said, as long as he keep us afloat, and then by the time because really Purdy trying to come back this week. We play Arizona at home, and Purdy trying to come back then. If I'm the coach, I'm like, nah, you can suit up to be the backup, but I don't want you to start at all. We can win this game. We can win this game. Let the defense handle their business. Let Mac Jones get a little bit more, because really his value is going up. We might be at the end of the season, we might be able to get some draft picks for him or whatever it is. He got that little confidence. Look what we did for Sam Darnold. Got a little confidence, went to Minnesota, won a gang of games. I mean, got the brakes beat off him in the playoffs, but he went over there, won a gang of games. Got him a nice little job in Seattle. Fleeced them for a lot of money because he ain't going in no Super Bowl with them. But now they can keep him on the roster until they get them a nice little rookie or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Mac Jones can do the same thing. He can do exactly the same thing. Mac Jones can, imagine if Minnesota, hey, Niners, we'll give you 2 first-round picks. Hey, take this motherfucker. Get him completely out of here. But right now, like I said, let's build up his stock. That's why I say build up his stock. It's looking good. So these are the takeaways. These are the takeaways. Let me do a minute. These are the takeaways from these teams. If you, like I said, if you see any other takeaways that you would think, let me know. I know you're probably thinking, this ain't every team. Yeah, well, some of them other teams ain't really worth mentioning. So let me know what y'all think. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe, man. So you can get this good NFL info. You know what it is, man. Let me know what you think. Leave it in the comments. Peace. I'm out of here.